The term dopamine detox is misleading. We cannot literally remove dopamine from our system. It's not a true detox. Instead, it's a strategic withdrawal from hyper-stimulating activities. Think excessive social media, binge-watching, or junk food. These activities flood our brains with dopamine. Over time, this can dull our sensitivity to pleasure. A dopamine detox aims to reset this sensitivity. By temporarily reducing exposure to these activities, we can recalibrate our reward system. This can lead to increased enjoyment of simpler things. We can find more joy in everyday life. It's not about deprivation, but about rediscovering the joy in the ordinary. This process is not a quick fix. It requires effort and commitment, but the potential benefits are significant. These include increased focus, reduced anxiety, and a greater sense of well-being. It's about rewiring our relationship with pleasure for a more fulfilling life. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It acts as a chemical messenger in the brain. It plays a crucial role in our experience of pleasure and reward. When we do something enjoyable, dopamine is released. This creates a feeling of satisfaction. This feeling then motivates us to repeat the behavior. This system is essential for survival. It drives us to seek food, water, and connection. However, our modern environment is saturated with stimuli. These stimuli trigger dopamine release in unnatural ways. Think notifications, likes, and the endless scroll of social media. This constant bombardment can lead to a state of dopamine overload. Our brains become accustomed to high levels of stimulation. We then need more and more to feel the same level of reward. This can leave us feeling empty, restless, and constantly craving more. Dopamine overload manifests in various ways. Recognizing the signs is crucial to understanding its impact. One common sign is difficulty concentrating. The constant influx of dopamine can make it hard to focus on tasks. This leads to procrastination and reduced productivity. Another sign is feeling constantly bored or unfulfilled. When our brains are used to high levels of stimulation, everyday activities seem dull. This can lead to a constant search for the next dopamine hit. This cycle can be difficult to break. Emotional dysregulation is another red flag. Dopamine overload can amplify feelings of anxiety, irritability, and restlessness. This can lead to difficulty managing emotions and increased stress levels. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards reclaiming control. By understanding the impact of dopamine overload, we can start making conscious choices to rewire our reward system. Dopamine fasting is a powerful tool for resetting your brain's reward system. It involves intentionally abstaining from high dopamine activities for a set period. This could be a few hours, a day, or even longer. The key is to choose a time frame that feels challenging yet achievable. Preparation is key. Identify your biggest dopamine triggers. These might include social media, video games, or sugary snacks. Plan alternative activities to engage in during your fast. These could be reading, spending time in nature, or pursuing a hobby. During the detox phase, resist the urge to give in to cravings. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Focus on the benefits you hope to achieve. Practice mindfulness techniques like meditation or deep breathing to manage cravings and discomfort. Reflection is crucial after the fast. Journal about your experience. How did you feel during the detox? What did you learn about your relationship with dopamine? Use these insights to create a sustainable plan for managing your dopamine intake moving forward. Dopamine fasting is not about complete abstinence. It's about finding a healthy balance with pleasure and reward. After a fast, gradually reintroduce stimulating activities. Be mindful of your consumption and its impact on your well-being. The goal is not to eliminate these activities entirely. It's to engage with them in a way that enhances your life, rather than controlling it. This might mean setting limits on social media use, scheduling specific times for entertainment, or finding healthier ways to manage stress. Remember, dopamine fasting is a tool, not a cure-all. It's most effective when combined with other healthy habits. These include regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep. These practices support overall well-being and enhance the benefits of dopamine fasting. By understanding the science of dopamine and implementing strategies like dopamine fasting, we can reclaim control over our relationship with pleasure. This empowers us to live more intentional, fulfilling lives free from the grips of dopamine overload.